Local coverage you can count on. This is Wane 15 First News.
Here is a live look at the sleet and snow we've seen overnight in Fort Wayne. It's on the roads. You need to leave extra early today to get where you are going safely. It is Thursday, November 15th. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Ellis Ivinson.
And I'm Pat Hoffman. Meteorologist Greg Schaub, of course, has been following this very closely for us this morning. Greg, what are we looking at right now?
Yeah, we are seeing some freezing rain, which is the liquid version of it, and that, of course, freezes on impact, and also some sleet, and then also some snow. Now, I want to show you the situation as we continue to watch some freezing rain and sleet here. That's the purple area towards the south and the west. Right around here, right around the Lafayette area, it is already starting to rapidly change over to snow. So that's what we expect to happen within the next hour to hour and a half. But there's still going to be that ice underneath the snow. So that's why it is going to be a very dangerous situation. And because of that, most of the area around Fort Wayne and towards the south, which it does include part of northwestern Ohio, you are in that ice storm warning until noon today. Temperatures right now at 32 degrees, and we are looking at a very difficult commute to work this morning with temperatures in the lower 30s, and they're not going to get a whole lot better during the day. We'll talk more about that snowfall and how much to expect in that department coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks for that, Greg. Of course, all of those conditions not making driving any fun this morning.
Absolutely not. Wane 15's Michael Kuhn is braving those elements to give us a live look at conditions. Michael, how's it looking out there now?
Yeah, we're seeing more of that freezing rain and sleet mix here at the intersection of Illinois Extended and Hillegas Road. That has been causing dangerous road conditions this morning. Slick roads here in this intersection as that sleet has been coming down since about 2:30, changing a little bit into freezing rain now, but still getting some of that sleet as well. Roads now starting to get a little bit better here because of the traffic that is coming through here, breaking up that ice, and also we have seen several trucks on the roads spreading salt to try and break that up as well. They were out yesterday as well trying to pre-treat the roads to help with that, and it appears to be working. You're going to notice a difference between the roads that were treated and that were not treated ahead of time, especially in the country or on the country roads and out in the more rural parts of our area. So if you live in that area or drive in those areas, please be safe this morning and take that into account, that it may just look wet, but there could be ice underneath that wetness that is going to make the roads incredibly slick. You're going to want to make sure that you leave plenty of time this morning to get where you're going. As you'll hear here in a moment, there have been several crashes and school delays and cancellations caused by this weather. We'll continue to give you live updates throughout the rest of the morning here on First News. Back to you.
Traffic Tracker 15, brought to you by O'Daniel Automotive. Black Friday pricing at all locations all month long.
There are a lot of crashes happening right now. You can see in Michael's live shot that the road is glistening. That is that ice on those roads. There's a crash now at Nodestein and Roth Roads. That's in Northeast Allen County. Another at US 24 and Sampson Road, at Maplecrest and Parent Road, and one on I-69 South near the exit for Goshen Road. So again, be careful and slow down out there today.
Well, this morning, the woman charged with hitting and killing 3 young siblings with her truck will be in court. Alyssa Shepard's initial hearing is scheduled for 8:30 in Fulton County. Police say on October 30th, Shepard hit 6-year-old twins Xavier and Mason Engel and their 9-year-old sister Olivia Stahl. They were crossing State Road 25 in Rochester to board their school bus. An 11-year-old boy was also hit and seriously hurt. Shepard is charged with 3 counts of reckless homicide and 1 misdemeanor count of passing a school bus with the stop arm extended, causing injury. Police arrested a man on meth-related charges after a traffic stop on the Indiana Toll Road. Early yesterday morning, a state trooper ran a license plate check on a pickup near the Howe exit. He learned that the registered owner, Jerry Shrimsher Jr., was listed as a habitual traffic violator. After the trooper stopped the truck, he had Shrimsher exit for a pat-down. He found a glass smoking pipe. Then a search of the vehicle turned up numerous other pipes, torches, and scales. A further search led to more than 10 grams of suspected meth. He faces numerous charges, including dealing and possession of meth.
Police in Kendallville are still investigating this morning. A shooting left one man dead. It happened in the 100 block of Sargent Street around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. Police say a man was found inside with gunshot wounds. There were other people in the home at the time, and investigators are interviewing them. The Noble County Sheriff's Office and Indiana State Police are assisting the Kendallville Police Department.
Today is National Children's Grief Awareness Day. 1 in 12 children in Indiana will experience the death of a parent or sibling by the age of 18, and that number doubles by the age of 25. For 25 years, Aaron's House for Grieving Children has been a local community resource. Right now, about 700 people a month go there for help. Children are often thought of as being too young to understand what's happened when someone dies. Leaders at Aaron's House say children do grieve, and they believe they should not have to do so alone.
Children grieve differently than adults, and it's really important to recognize that. And kids can be playing and having fun, and adults are like, why aren't they crying? And that's just the way kids are. Kids are resilient, and they want to be a kid again after mom or dad dies. And so that's just really important to raise that awareness that they grieve a little different than adults do.
Tonight, several locations in downtown Fort Wayne will be lit in blue to raise awareness for children's grief. They include Ash Skyline Plaza, Lincoln Bank Tower, the MLK Memorial Bridge, and Parkview Field. You're also invited to wear blue to show your support.
Today, Ohio's first Safe Haven baby box will be unveiled in Hicksville. It was installed at Community Memorial Hospital. Ohio lawmakers recently expanded the state's Safe Havens for Newborns law. It allows people to anonymously surrender their healthy newborns without fear of criminal prosecution. The baby box in Hicksville will be unveiled at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Well, this is National Adoption Day, and Allen Superior Court is celebrating in a special way. Around 40 children will be adopted into area families today. There will be a special reception for them with refreshments, entertainment, and gifts. The idea is to bring attention to the importance of adoption and make it a fun celebration that the families will never forget. It's a special moment for both them and the judges involved.
When I announce that this child is now adopted, you hear these little kids laugh with glee, and they applaud, and the whole family applauds. It's this magnificent moment, and I think even the youngest child knows that this is a very special moment in their lives.
Such an exciting day. The Allen County was the first Indiana community to participate in National Adoption Day. This is the 12th year the county has celebrated it.
Really beautiful. You've covered that. Michael was actually going to be covering that, but then the weather
hit.
Yeah, it is not an exciting, well, I guess it's an exciting morning, but it's not going to be a fun morning to get out and commute to work today. Very icy. We're going to have the latest on that, and snowy as well. That's all coming up.
Local coverage you can count on continues with meteorologist Greg Schaup's live Doppler 15 Fury forecast.
Oh, we are looking at an ice storm warning from Fort Wayne towards the south. These areas in purple, if you live in these areas, boy, it is going to be icy. Now, we've had reports that we have icy conditions in Noble County as well as Kendallville, as well as Columbia City this morning. So everybody getting in that icing. What is going to happen here, though, is we've got what's called an inverted trough of low pressure. We're going to show you where that low is. But what it's going to do is it's really putting out some warmer air out ahead of it in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and that is going to cause some sleet and even this green stuff down here, which is liquid precipitation, that's going to freeze on impact. So the same ending here, we have ice, but this area towards the west that's going to start to come in as we head towards 7 and 8 o'clock this morning, that is going to rapidly change over to snow. So you've got an ice underneath and snow on top situation as we head through the rest of the morning. So not a good one here. Here's the low pressure that we're talking about that's headed our direction, and we are going to start to see some snow out of that as we are looking at significant icing at least through this morning. Should end by this afternoon. South of Fort Wayne, the most significant icing, and we are looking at that all ending as we taper it off through this afternoon. Temperatures right now at 32 degrees, and we are looking at an east wind at 17. Now that does make it feel much colder. In fact, it makes it feel like it's in the lower 20s as we track temperatures today, which will just be into the lower 20s and change to flurries as you head home this afternoon. Take a look at what is happening with Futurecast as we continue to watch heavy snowfall. That comes to an end as that is going to taper off into tonight, but we could be looking at snowfall of up to 3 to 4 inches, especially in our northern counties, on top of that ice, with temperatures in the lower 30s today, falling into the 20s overnight. And then we're going to look for some partly sunny skies by tomorrow. 33 our high today with 2 to 4 inches and some significant icing. Cloudy skies overnight with some flurries. Overnight lows in the upper 20s. We'll look for highs in the upper 30s tomorrow and temperatures right around 40 with some overnight snow showers on Saturday. And then it finally starts to get better as we head into next week. And right now it looks like we'll be thawing out through Thanksgiving.
Thawing out through Thanksgiving is good, but first we've got to get through today and be safe.
That's for sure. Thank you, Greg. Time now 6:16. After the break, Secret Santas are already making appearances.
And a tree from North Carolina is on its way to a place of honor.
Local coverage you can count on continues with Alyssa Ivinson and Pat Hoffman. You're watching Wane 15 First News.
Attorney Michael Avenatti has been charged with domestic violence in Los Angeles.
A police spokesperson says a female victim has visible injuries. No other details have been released, including who the accuser is. As he was released from police custody, Avenatti denied all the allegations. He told reporters that he's never struck a woman and he looks forward to a full investigation. Avenatti has been representing adult film star Stormy Daniels in her legal battles against President Trump. He's also mulling a 2020 presidential run.
An elderly couple was saved by a floating pier outside Boston. Their car went over the edge near a waterside restaurant in Charlestown. It came to rest on a floating pier below. Emergency responders say the driver was attempting to make a three-point turn but hit the gas instead of the brake. The couple got out of the car with help from other restaurant customers and were not hurt. A crane lifted the car back onto the pier.
Wow, scary moments for sure. Well, a California man is trying to find a good Samaritan who made his day. Howard Gibson lives with multiple sclerosis. A few days ago, he was shopping at a Target store when his credit card was denied. But before Gibson's disappointment and embarrassment could grow, a customer in line discreetly paid the $367 bill. The person quickly disappeared before Gibson could thank them. Now he's hoping to find the anonymous stranger and thank them in person. In the meantime, he hopes that person sees and hears his appreciation on TV and online.
What a beautiful gesture. Well, the Christmas tree farmer in North Carolina has earned a huge honor. The White House has chosen one of his trees to be displayed as its official tree. Larry Smith says it's been a goal of his since the 1970s. He'll deliver the 19-foot, 800-pound tree to First Lady Melania Trump Monday. Smith admits that he had basically abandoned the tree because it didn't seem to be doing as well as the others. It will be displayed in the Blue Room following White House tradition.
I don't know, it looks pretty beautiful to me.
The other ones must be amazing. Time now 6:21. Up next, a look at this morning's top news stories.
Plus, we are tracking that winter weather out there with Greg's forecast and your Traffic Tracker 15.
Now, from the live Doppler 15 Fury Weather Center, here's your latest forecast.
Well, we do expect some significant icing across the area as the purple area here signifies a ice storm warning for Fort Wayne and areas south. Towards the north, we do expect a winter weather advisory with about 2 to 4 inches of snow. Now, this is all rapidly going to change to snow as we go through the latter morning hours, and we still could get significant snowfall accumulation even in that ice storm area. But you see the area of pink right now on the radar. That is all sleet and even some liquid rain, which freezes on impact. So it's not a good situation at all. Temperatures right now at 32 degrees. And we are looking, if you are going to school today or work, the temperatures just in the lower 30s with some ice and some snow. And it looks like it's going to be much better as you go home. We'll just have some flurries there. We'll keep you updated in just a couple of minutes here.
All right, thanks for that, Greg. Of course, that ice will affect your morning commute. Wayne 15's Michael Kuhn continues our coverage now at Hillegas in Illinois with the latest on conditions.
Yeah, we're still seeing some of that sleet and some freezing rain mixing in with the sleet here near this intersection as the road's still pretty slick. Now they have some of that ice has kind of gotten broken up by the increased traffic heading through the area and also salt that has been spread by several road trucks heading through the area. Roads still slick though, especially in areas that have not been treated out in the country and in rural areas around the Fort Wayne area. As you head out today, make sure that you are being very careful, leaving some extra time, and making sure that you're being safe to keep yourself safe and others on the road safe. Live at Hillegas and Illinois Extended, Michael Kuhn, Wayne 15 News.
Traffic Tracker 15, brought to you by O'Daniel Automotive. Black Friday pricing at all locations all month long.
Well, as you might expect, authorities have responded to several crashes this morning. Right now, there is a crash at Maple Crest and Parrott Road. Be aware of that. Also, another crash is on I-69 South near the Goshen Road exit.
Taking a look at the other top stories this morning. The woman charged with hitting and killing 3 young siblings with her truck last month in Rochester will be in court today. Alyssa Shepard's initial hearing is scheduled for 8:30 in Fulton County. This is National Children's Grief Awareness Day. For 25 years, Aaron's House for Grieving Children has been a local community resource. Tonight, several locations in downtown Fort Wayne will be lit blue to raise awareness. And Ohio's first safe haven baby box will be unveiled this afternoon. It was installed in Hicksville at Community Memorial Hospital. Pat?
All right, thanks for that, Alyssa. Our time now is 6:26. Gift cards are great for the holidays, but they're also great for criminals. How to avoid losing your money after the break.
Gift cards are popular around the holidays, but they're also an easy way for criminals to steal money.
The government is seeing a rising number of cases where scam artists convince the victims to pay them off with gift cards. CBS's Laura Podesta reports.
The reason of this call is to inform you that IRS is filing lawsuit against you.
Whether it's a con artist impersonating an IRS agent or a tech support scammer looking for payment to fix your computer, fraudsters are turning to gift cards to get your money.
It seems so real that I never even thought about a scam.
In December, David Tomasini told us how he received a call from someone posing as a lawyer. The caller said Tomasini's grandson was in jail and needed bail money. As instructed, he bought $3,000 worth of gift cards.
Anyone who tells you to pay with a gift card is a scammer. And once you've shared the gift card number and PIN, your money is probably gone.
The Federal Trade Commission is warning consumers that more con artists are demanding this type of payment, often asking for iTunes, Google Play, or Amazon gift cards, which can be found in countless stores.
Gift cards are great for con artists for 3 reasons. First of all, it's almost impossible for a consumer to reverse the transaction. Second of all, it's quick. It's very quick for the con artist. And third, it lets the con artist stay anonymous.
The FTC's Monica Vaca says in 2015, consumers lost $20 million in scams where gift card payments were involved. In just the first 9 months of this year, that number ballooned to $53 million.
So if somebody calls you up and demands that you pay with a gift card, hang up. That is a scam.
If you have paid with a gift card, contact the company that issued the card right away.
The FTC says in some cases, you may be able to reverse the payment. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Time now is 6:31. Ahead in our next half hour, we are right in the middle of a pre-winter storm this morning.
And Michael is braving the elements for us. Michael?
Road conditions improving a little bit around the city roads, but we're not in the clear yet. Coming up, we'll tell you what to expect as you head out the door this morning.
Plus, a fund has been set up after a house explosion and fire. Allen County will once again participate in National Adoption Day. And some new congressional leaders have been chosen.
Well, something new for a famous Christmas tree for the first time in 15 years.
watching. Local coverage you can count on. This is Wane 15 First News.
We are dealing with a mix of pre-winter weather this morning. Sleet and snow have been falling across most of the area overnight and into the morning. It is Thursday, November 15th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Pat Hoffman.
And I'm Alyssa Ivinson. Let's get right to meteorologist Greg Schaap, who is tracking all of this weather moving through our area. How's it looking right now?
Not good. We've had areas of sleet since about, 3 a.m. this morning, and that has been mixing with some freezing rain. So it's a kind of a lethal, icy mix here. This purple area, that is an ice storm warning issued until noon today. The bluish area, that is a winter weather advisory, but you still can see some icing there. And we've had reports of icing in Auburn and places like Kendallville. Now, here's what we expect throughout the morning. Things are going to change. We've got this purplish area right here, which is all sleet, and it's been mixed in with some freezing rain. Out towards the west and the southwest, that is an expansive area of snow. That is going to change everything over to a heavy wet snow for a couple of hours, and we still could get those 2 to 4 inch snowfall amounts on top of the ice. Temperatures right now in the lower 30s, and if you head off to school and to work today, temperature is going to stay in the lower 30s, but it should be much better on the ride home as all of that comes to an end. We'll have much more on your forecast and tell you a little bit about the rest of the week and the weekend coming up.
Okay, thank you, Greg. Of course, all of this weather causing some dicey conditions on the roads.
For sure. Wane 15's Michael Kuhn is live at Hillegas Road in Illinois Extended with a live look at current conditions and some tips on how to stay safe.
Yeah, road conditions improving a little bit around the city streets as traffic increases, more people going through the roads, breaking up that ice that has been on them since this morning. We've also seen some road trucks out spreading salt, getting that down on the road to help with the slickness as well. However, that's not necessarily the case out on the country roads that are not receiving as much traffic or getting the same amount of treatment of salt from those trucks. So if you live in a rural area or out on the country roads or travel those roads for your morning commute, you'll definitely want to be extra careful on those, as well as bridges and overpasses around the Fort Wayne area, as those are typically the first driving surfaces to freeze. Now, this could end up being, as we get more snow throughout the day, one of our first major accumulations of the season. However, it is certainly not the last. As we head into the winter season, you're going to want to be prepared. One of the ways that you can be prepared and keep yourself safe is to keep a weather kit like this or an emergency kit in your car that has a shovel, blanket, scraper, water, food, all sorts of things to keep you safe in this wintry weather as it becomes more common. We'll continue to give you live updates through CBS This Morning during our cut-ins and the rest of First News coming up throughout the next couple of hours. Live at Hillegas and Illinois Extended, Michael Kuhn, Wane 15 News.
Traffic Tracker 15, brought to you by O'Daniel Automotive. Black Friday pricing at all locations all month long.
Thanks for those reports, Michael. We have been following several crashes this morning. One is at US 24 and State Road 101. There is another crash at Ferguson and 27, and another crash is at Jefferson and Old Canal Place Drive.
Well, this storm system is already blamed for at least 2 deaths after a bus crashed in Mississippi yesterday. Dozens of people were hurt. The Mississippi Highway Patrol says this pre-winter storm, which dumped sleet and snow in that area, did play a role. The NTSB is investigating still. About 85 million people in the mid-Atlantic and New England are in the storm's path. Some are calling it a good dress rehearsal for worse weather to come.
This morning, the woman charged with hitting and killing 3 young siblings with her truck will be in court. Alyssa Shepard's initial hearing is scheduled for 8:30 in Fulton County. Police say on October 30th, Shepard hit 6-year-old twins Xavier and Mason Engel and their 9-year-old sister Olivia Stahl. They were crossing State Road 25 in Rochester to board their school bus. An 11-year-old boy was also hit and seriously hurt. Shepard is charged with 3 counts of reckless homicide and 1 misdemeanor count of passing a school bus with the stop arm extended, causing injury.
The teenager who shot a classmate and teacher earlier this year at Noblesville West Middle School now knows his punishment. The 13-year-old will be sent to a State Department of Corrections juvenile facility for treatment and rehabilitation. He'll be released when he's 18 or earlier if doctors inside the DOC decide he's successfully completed psychological treatment. Then he will be put on probation. State law limits what kind of punishment the judge could impose because of the shooter's juvenile status.
The Allen County Coroner's Office has identified the body of a man found after an explosion and fire on Wallen Road. Nathan Sliger was found in the basement of the house near a boiler. Family members told investigators the 55-year-old had been working on the boiler, but an official cause hasn't been released yet. The ATF is involved in the investigation. Sliger was an avid gun collector, and there was concern about ammunition, powder, and commercial-grade fireworks inside the home. His official cause and manner of death are still pending as more testing needs to be done. A fundraiser has been established through Facebook to raise money for the Sliger family. We have shared a link to that in this story on Wane.com.
Well, this is National Children's Grief Awareness Day. For 25 years, Aaron's House for Grieving Children has been a local community resource. Right now, about 700 people a month go there for help. Children are often thought of as being too young to understand what's happened when someone dies. Leaders at Aaron's House say children do grieve, and they believe they should not have to do so alone.
Unresolved grief can result in, truancy and challenges in life as you grow older, and we're always going to have trigger points in our life that that grief's going to come all back up again and bubble up again. And so it's important to know how to have the coping skills to go through that grief.
Tonight, several locations in downtown Fort Wayne will be lit in blue to raise awareness for children's grief. They include Ash Skyline Plaza, Lincoln Tower Bank, the MLK Memorial Bridge, and Parkview Field. You're also invited to wear blue to show your support.
Today, Ohio's first Safe Haven baby box will be unveiled in Hicksville. It was installed at Community Memorial Hospital. Ohio lawmakers recently expanded the state's Safe Havens for Newborns law. It allows people to anonymously surrender their healthy newborns without fear of criminal prosecution. The baby box in Hicksville will be unveiled at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Around 40 children from the area will be welcomed into their forever families today as part of National Adoption Day. This is the 12th year Allen Superior Court will celebrate the occasion. Each year, the goal is to bring attention to the importance of adoption and create a memory the families involved will never forget. In addition to adoption ceremonies, there's a reception with refreshments, gifts, and entertainment. Judges say adoption can be a long and sometimes difficult process, but it's worth it in the end.
A child that's been through the foster care system never knows what tomorrow may bring, and this adoption means that when they wake up tomorrow, they're with their forever family, and the ifs and questions and all of the other anxieties that they've had in the past are now over, and there's a new promise.
So exciting. Allen County was the first in Indiana to celebrate National Adoption Day.
Great day for all those families. Congrats to them. Weather-wise, though, Greg, a lot of people dealing with a lot of things on the road.
Yeah, not a great day, and we'll update you. And this has been a progressive morning as far as the weather is concerned, as it's been getting progressively worse. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Local coverage you can count on continues with meteorologist Greg Schaup's live Doppler 15 Fury forecast.
Well, we are looking at skies that are mostly cloudy with periods of sleet, and we've seen some freezing rain. We really haven't seen the snow yet, but that is coming as well. Ice storm warning from Fort Wayne towards the south, which includes Bluffton, Decatur, Huntington, Portland, Hartford City, and into Marion. Now, areas towards the north in this blue area, you're still under a winter weather advisory. And that means that you still could see the freezing rain, and we have seen the freezing rain and sleet in those areas as well. But it looks like this area just towards the southwest is rapidly changing to snow, and that's going to start to move into our area. So we could see a quick 2 to maybe 4 inches of snow in some places, especially north and west of Fort Wayne. Here is that trough of low pressure as it continues to push that moisture and actually colder air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, which will turn it all into snow. But significant icing, definitely a big problem for us through this morning. Snow, especially north of Fort Wayne, that's where we're going to see the heaviest snow, and it should end by early afternoon, as we are seeing temperatures right now at 32 degrees. And with that wind, it is coming out of the east at about 17 miles per hour. It feels like it's in the lower 20s this morning. As we plan out hour by hour here, still seeing some flurries later on this afternoon, near steady temperatures. temperatures, though, in the lower 30s as we continue to watch those snow showers and see it comes to a pretty quick end this afternoon. And then we still see a few flurries through the area tonight. Snowfall amounts should be up to right around 1 to 3 to maybe some areas getting up to 4 inches of snow, with our highs generally in the lower 30s today. Then as we head through tonight, mostly cloudy skies, and it looks like overnight low temperatures are going to be down into the upper 20s, and we will look for increasing sunshine tomorrow with a high right around 33 degrees today. Those areas of icing and snow, especially through late this morning. 27 are low. We'll see everything kind of change over to snow as we head towards mid-morning for all of us, but we still have that ice underneath. 27 are low, upper 30s tomorrow, near 40s, with some overnight snow on Saturday, and then it does get much better by this time next week when we'll be carving up the turkey.
That sounds good, but be careful out there this morning for sure.
All right, thank you, Greg. Well, Thanksgiving is next week, and our latest giveaway can decrease your workload.
That's right. We're giving away a gift card for Thanksgiving dinner. You can pick up all of the trimmings courtesy of Fetter's Meats, Gibson's Heating and Plumbing, and Hoosier Windows. This is the last day to enter, so just go to the contest page of Wane.com, and we will announce the lucky winner tomorrow morning right here on First News. Good luck. Time now 6:49. Up next, some new congressional leaders have been chosen.
And something new for the Rockefeller Center tree for the first time in 15 years.
The California wildfires are now blamed for at least 58 deaths.
But all but 2 happened in the northern part of the state, where 130 people are listed as missing. More than 460 searchers and 24 cadaver dogs have been brought in to search for bodies among the ruins. The number of homes destroyed by the fire has now grown to almost 8,800. Attorney Michael Avenatti has been charged with domestic violence in Los Angeles. A police spokesman says a female victim had visible injuries. No other details have been released, including who the accuser is. He was released from police custody, and Avenatti denied all the allegations, saying he looks forward to a full investigation. Avenatti has been representing adult film star Stormy Daniels in her legal battles against President Trump. He's also mulling a 2020 presidential run.
Congressional Republicans have filled their leadership positions. Former House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy will now become the minority leader as Democrats regain control of the House. Kentucky's Mitch McConnell will return as Majority Leader in the Senate. For the Democrats, New York's Chuck Schumer will be back as Minority Leader later this month. House Democrats will decide if Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi will return as House Speaker.
A California man is trying to find a good Samaritan who made his day. Howard Gibson lives with multiple sclerosis. A few days ago, he was shopping at Target when his credit card was denied. But before Gibson's embarrassment could grow, a customer in line discreetly paid the $367 bill. The person quickly disappeared before Gibson could thank them. Now he's hoping to find the anonymous stranger to thank them in person. In the meantime, he hopes that person sees and hears his appreciation on TV and online.
The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is one step closer to being ready for the holidays, and for the first time in 15 years, the iconic tree has a new star. Crews lifted the 900-pound topper into place yesterday. It's made of 3 million, I'm going to try this, Alyssa, Swarovski crystals and 70 spikes. Crews are still decorating the giant tree ahead of a lighting ceremony on November 28th.
That was good.
No, it wasn't, but thank you for saying that. Time now 6:54. I appreciate it. Michael will have one more check on road conditions.
Plus, Greg has the latest on the ice in our area.
Now, from the live Doppler 15 Fury Weather Center, here's your latest forecast.
Well, we are looking at some sleet and some freezing rain across much of the area right now. An ice storm warning from Fort Wayne, Huntington, Bluffton, Decatur, Portland, Hartford City, and Marion. Now, the areas in blue, I think I've said this all morning, you are still going to get some sleet and some freezing rain. You're getting that now in Steuben, Kendallville, Auburn, Warsaw, Columbia City, Wabash. If I didn't say your name, I'm sorry, but we are getting slushing, all of that there. It is going to rapidly change to snow as the snow starts to come in from the southwest, and we still look for accumulations of about 1 to 2 inches. Temperatures still going to be into the lower 30s heading off to school, and we'll look for highs just in the lower 30s today with overnight lows in the upper 20s, upper 30s tomorrow, getting much better, and some snow overnight Saturday, but getting much warmer towards the Thanksgiving holiday. We'll keep you updated.
Okay, thank you, Greg. Well, this pre-winter storm is affecting the morning commute. Let's go live to Wayne 15's Michael Kuhn. He continues to monitor the changing conditions from Hillegas in Illinois.
Yeah, we're live at Hillegas in Illinois, as you said, Alyssa. We're seeing mostly sleet and some freezing rain here that is causing slickness to continue on these roads. It's broken up the sheet of ice that was on the roads this morning with the traffic and salt that's been put down by the road trucks. However, we are still seeing slush on these roads, which can continue to cause traffic concerns and driving concerns as you head out this morning. Also, the rural and country roads are not going to be nearly as broken up or highly traveled, so that ice is going to be more common on those, which will cause them to be even more slick. We have seen several school delays and closings this morning, so keep checking that. We'll have more live coverage every half hour during CBS This Morning. Back to you.
Traffic Tracker 15, brought to you by O'Daniel Automotive. Black Friday pricing at all locations all month long.
Thank you, Michael. We have had crashes all morning long. Right now, there's a crash on I-69 North that is impacting traffic. It's at mile marker 311. That is the exit for Lima Road.
And here's a quick look at the other top stories we've been following. A woman charged with hitting and killing 3 young siblings with her truck last month in Rochester will be in court today. Alyssa Shepard's initial hearing is scheduled for 8:30 in Fulton County. Ohio's first safe haven baby box will be unveiled this afternoon. It was installed in Hicksville at Community Memorial Hospital, and around 40 area children will be welcomed into their forever families today as part of National Adoption Day. This is the 12th year that Allen Superior Court will celebrate that occasion. We congratulate all of those families.
And again, that weather out there is changing from sleet, ice, snow. It's all over, so be careful.
Yeah, we'll have full updates on Wane.com as well.
Stay safe.